Hello and welcome to this Minecraft building video with Reddit stories. Yeah, I'm not sure what to really call this. It's my first time doing this, but I figured it would be a fun way to just, chill. Um, Anyways, I'll get right into it. I am unfortunately a little upset because I recorded clips of me building a lot of this that did get deleted because I ran out of storage and so the screen recordings didn't save. But it's okay. Doesn't matter anyways. We'll just get right into this video. Okay. AITAH for choosing my own peace over saving my engagement. I, 27 female, recently broke off my engagement to my fiance, 29 male, after 4 years together. It wasn't because I stopped loving him, but because I realized I was the only one fighting for us. Every argument was somehow my fault, every plan to the future was met with indifference unless it benefited him, and my feelings were often dismissed as too sensitive or overreacting. The final straw was when I found out he was making big life decisions, job changes, financial commitments, without even discussing them with me, even though we were supposed to be building a life together. When I tried to talk about it, he told me I was being controlling and that I always had to make everything about me. I walked away because I couldn't keep sacrificing my self worth for someone who didn't respect me. It's been incredibly painful. I cry most nights and wonder if I made the wrong choice. But deep down, I know I'm choosing peace and self and respect over a one sided relationship. My friends are supportive, but some of my family say I should have stuck it out, and real love means compromise. So, AITAH for ending an engagement to protect my peace and happiness. I definitely agree with this top comment. Not the a-hole at all. You can end a relationship for any reason. It wasn't working for you, and that's enough. Your family is being unfair. If real love means compromise, then where was his? You're supposed to be a team when you get married, and he made it very clear that he didn't want a teammate, and no one wins when someone sticks out a marriage when they're miserable. Well done for making the right choice for you. Edit. Initially, he sounds like a walking red flag. It's better that you realize now. Another commenter says, "This right here. Walking away from someone who made you feel small isn't weakness. It's the strongest move you could have made. Love isn't about sticking it out through the neglect. It's about being seen and valued. You chose peace, and that's never the wrong call." Yeah, I definitely think OP chose the best way to get out of this. Being with somebody in a marriage, like, yes, of course you can divorce, but I know that's a long process. So before anything big happens, it's great to choose yourself over maybe years of being confined in a relationship to somebody that you do not love. All right, time for the second story. My brother won't stop eating everything. So, yeah, my brother, 33, just keeps eating all the stuff I buy. We all pitch in for groceries. My mom, 65, me, 23, and him. But whatever, we barely get last 4 days because he eats it all. I've tried talking to my mom about it so she'd say something to him or control it somehow, but nothing changes. I'm honestly thinking of moving out to my aunt's, 63's place in another state. I stayed there when I was 15 and it was way better than here. What do you guys think? Personally, I think maybe moving to your aunt's might be a little overdramatic, OP, but I mean, yeah, if you're feeling this concerned about your brother eating all your groceries, definitely say something. I mean, you have talked to him, but definitely, yeah, a lot of people in the comments are saying get a lockbox for your groceries in your room, but yeah, definitely moving out is an option if you're this worried, but there's no reason why your 33-year-old brother should be eating everything that you and your mom are buying. And here's the next story. AITA for suggesting my best friend might not actually be gay. My, 24F, best friend, James, 25M, and I have been friends since we were in elementary school. We've always been incredibly close, practically attached at the hip. So when James realized he was gay, I was one of the first people he told. I was okay with it. If anything, it brought us closer, even, especially during our boy crazy teenage years. But there's a few things I've noticed about him. He has a tendency to act envious of men with girlfriends. For years, I thought he was jealous of the girls having boyfriends, but he'd say stuff like, "Why do gorgeous women settle for ugly guys?" Or, "If she's just that desperate for a boyfriend, she could just ask me." I asked him about it once, and he brushed it off, saying, "I can admire women, even if I'm not attracted to them." As we got older, and I met more gay men, I realized what he said wasn't super uncommon, so I let it go. But even as an adult, James has moments that make me pause. When we go out to bars, he'll try and kiss women. He'll rant about how he hates that he can't date women and how he thinks he'd be the perfect husband to one. Recently, James got a new coworker. Let's call her Sarah, 26 female. Sarah is stunning, sweet, and all around amazing. James has brought her to a few of our hangouts, and it's obvious he adores her. He talks about her constantly, brings her lunch, buys her flowers, gives her rides, and basically treats her the way he's treated all his past boyfriends before they started dating. This all led to the fight. Last week, James and I went out for our birthday, and I told him he should invite Sarah, which he did. We all had a great time, and afterwards, James and I went back to my place. At some point, he started gushing about how Sarah again, and I said lightheartedly, "You know, you could always just ask her out. I think she likes you." He laughed and said, "You're forgetting something." I went we went back and forth joking a bit, but then I said, "In all seriousness, have you ever thought about it? Maybe you're not just gay. You could be into both or something." That's when he got really upset. He started lecturing me about how he doesn't need me questioning his sexuality, especially after everything he went through just to come out as gay. He said it felt invalid. He said it felt invalidating and hurtful, that I had no idea how hard it was for him to accept himself. I tried to explain what I meant and apologized, but it only made things worse, and eventually he left. James and I rarely fight, and when we do, it's never this serious. We haven't talked since, and I'm starting to feel really awful. I didn't mean to upset him, but I also don't think anything I said was that bad. Still, I don't know what it's like to be gay, so maybe I overstepped. AITA? So in the comments, people seem very split. A lot of people are saying you're the a-hole, his sexuality isn't yours to question, and it doesn't affect your life in any way. You can think what you want, but you had no right to question his sexuality or bring it up with him. And some people are also saying, for some men who have accepted their gay men, for some men who have accepted their gayness, the idea that you might be bi or pan is too much. There are even some in the gay community who actively shun anyone who's not 100% gay. It's very complicated. You're a wonderful friend, and you adore this man and want him to be happy no matter what. So, yeah, everyone split the comments, but I definitely think you should probably apologize to your friend, especially if this is your best friend since elementary school. I don't think it was that big of a deal. All the signs are kind of pointing, especially like buying her flowers. That's kind of, giving relationship. But yeah, I don't think you're crazy for thinking this. I don't think you're an a-hole. This definitely could have been different or kept to yourself, but yeah. I'm realizing now this is the end of the video, so hope you enjoyed me building this little wood chapel thing. It was a lot of fun to build. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. Yeah, thank you.